This segment is sponsored by VCU Arts.
Theater VCU shares their adaptation of Marshall Brickman's and Rick Elisa's book, The Addams Family. It's a new musical with Central Virginia as their new show opening tonight. We're going to enjoy a scene in just a few minutes, but first we're meeting actors Tim Fitzgerald and Corinne Mclean. It's nice to see everybody. Thanks for coming in.
Nice to see you
too. It's really neat. You guys were just saying that this is the first time you've seen each other as a whole group, but a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of passion goes into putting a show like this together. What's that like to have that moment of revelation? Because the show opens tonight.
Yes, it does. It's fantastic because we've been working, as you said, for months and months, mostly in rehearsal clothes. We've really just incorporated our costumes in the last week or so. And we've been so focused on getting everything as close to perfect as we can make it. When we get a wide view lens of ourselves, so to speak, it's like, oh, that's what we look like. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. It completes the picture in a way.
You guys look top notch. We have the costume designer here watching today. Often that talent is behind the scenes, but they make everybody really come to life and look the way that you do. How important is that to have these costumes and this makeup to bring these characters into focus?
For me, it's quite important because I obviously do not look like this in real life. It was just like the final step in completing the character. It put me in her skin and allowed me to like move around inside her body because she is so different than me.
Let's talk about this show. How did we land on this as a production now? We've just passed Halloween. We're starting the holiday season, but it's a show about family.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, the faculty at VCU chooses a season every year and try to see how each show will fit in with what they want to do. And I think The Addams Family is just a really fun and great show that families can relate to. And they just wanted to have some fun, so we're trying to do our best.
Who makes up the cast and talent of this, or cast and crew of this particular show? Is this a mix of everyone? Are we all students? How does it all come together?
This cast is a mix of undergraduate and graduate students. It's mostly undergrads, but there are 4 of us. Andy and myself are grad students. And most of the crew and designers are students as well.
Fantastic. And this kind of a show, folks, remember the Addams Family from TV. Maybe they've seen it in other places. Talk about putting this particular show together. How does it stand on its own?
Ooh, that's a great question. Well, it's a musical, unlike the movies or the TV show. Anytime you have a musical, there's a heightened reality, and the Addams Family is heightened already. You really have to kick it up a notch in terms of your performance and your relationships with each other.
Yeah.
Also, Patty gave us the opportunity to stay true to the drawings and the previous iterations, but we were allowed to bring ourselves into the characters, which made it very exciting and a lot of fun.
Fantastic. Well, now we're in for a treat. They're going to give us a little bit of a sneak preview, a little selection. I'm going to step out of the way. You guys take it away.
Sounds good. Thank you.
The intoxicating smell of the graveyard. Once a year we gather beneath our family tree to honor the great cycle of life and death. Come, every member of our clan, living, dead, and undecided, and let us celebrate what it is to be an Addams. Come to me, my luscious wife. Oh, she of skin so pale, of eyes so black, and dress cut down to Venezuela, and tell us what it is that every Addams hopes for.
Darkness and grief and unspeakable sorrow.
I love it when you talk sexy. When you're an Addams, you need to have a bit of moonlight. When you're an Addams, you need to feel a little chill. You have to see the world in shades of gray. You have to put some poison in your day.
That's the way
When you're an Addams, you need to have a sense of humor. When you're an Addams,
you need to have a taste for death.
who cares about the world outside and what it wants from you? When you're an Addams, you do what Addams always do. 2, 3, 4, 5, do the twist! is!
When you're an Addams, you have a very special duty. When you're an Addams, you're obligated to the clan. It's family first and family